live from J. David Ramsey Stadium on the campus of Bear River High School. Touchdown Productions, now in our 18th season of high school sports television, is proud to present Bear River Bruin football. Tonight, we present coverage of the Junior Varsity Championship game as the Bear River Bruins take on the Lincoln Fighting Zebras. It's the JV game everyone is talking about as we crown a PVL champion. All that action, it begins right here, right now. This is your NorCal Game of the Week. The Bear River Junior Varsity takes the field this afternoon at J. David Ramsey Stadium to take on the Lincoln Zebras in the final week of the 2014 season. This time, the league championship is on the line. Good evening, everyone out there across our worldwide audience. This is Paul Brown, joined by my good friend and color commentator Steve Sitter. Our producer is Gilbert M. Dominguez. Our director tonight is Sanyo Enos, and they are joined by the rest of the Touchdown Sports team of Tony Rondini and Lauren Unger. So, Steve, what a difference a week makes here in the foothills, huh?
Yeah, that's right, Paul. Last week, Marty and I braved the storm here at Polar Vortex Stadium, as I call it, through rain and cold under the easy up for Bear River's 7-6 victory. But today we've got clear skies, even a somewhat warm fall evening as the backdrop for this championship contest.
And what a game it will be. A Bear River win will give the Bruins the outright PVL title, while a Zebra win will give them a share of the title, making both teams co-champions.
And also notable in today's game is Lincoln coach Wayne Paul, who's retiring from coaching after a 22-year career at the high school and youth level. Later tonight, we'll hear from Coach Paul and get his memories from 22 seasons on the sidelines.
Yeah, that's crazy. 22 years, and he's retiring tonight. What an honor it is to do this game. So, thanks for spending your time with us tonight. Whether you're watching this on our Touchdown Productions Game of the Week YouTube channel, NCTV Comcast 11, Suddenlink 16, or the new Education channel on Comcast 18, or Suddenlink 78, we really appreciate your viewing, and thank you for choosing us for entertaining you every week for high school football. We are moments away from the kickoff, so stick around. We're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football and the JV championship game. It's right here on the Touchdown Sports Network. We'll be right back.
State Farm Insurance has been serving you since 1922. And even though a lot has changed since then, one thing hasn't, and that is customer service. Brian Hollister believes that their mission is to help people manage the risk of everyday life and recover from the unexpected and realize their dreams. Isn't that who you want on your side? Brian Hollister, State Farm Insurance, proud supporters of Bear River football. Delta Home Loans has been matching home buyers with the right home loan since 1989. John and Suzanne Voder really know our market and know what it takes to get you into the home of your dreams. That's why they've been voted Nevada County's best. John and Suzanne Voder love to be part of our community and congratulate Bear River Bruin football team. Accidents happen, and Trips Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are iCar Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
We're back on the campus of Bear River High School, where Bear River Junior Varsity set to take on Lincoln in the PVL Championship. Bear River, of course, undefeated 4-0. Lincoln at 3-1. As we mentioned earlier, Lincoln JV coach Wayne Paul, this is his last game after 22 years. And Paul, I know you come from a very strong football background. What does 22 years do for you?
You know, Steve, that's funny. Coach Paul was just up here talking to us in the booth, and he was saying, you know, it's an 8-month season now. He says, I get very, very little time, and that 8 months actually runs into more like 10 months by the time you do all the prep work, and you've got the summer football. And he said, you know, I've got coaches that are leaving me after many years because they're being transferred or moving, and there he is. There's a picture of Coach Paul right there. And he says it's just time. It's time to make a transition. My father was a football coach, and my brother was a high school All-American. I was a football family, and I know the sacrifice these guys make. They're teachers as well, and I guess it's just time to pull the trigger on the end, and that's what Coach Paul has decided.
Well, and Chris Bean, who is the new varsity head coach coming from Bear River, you know, this being his first year of the varsity team looking for their first win, I understand Lincoln wanted another year with Coach Wayne Paul to kind of help him into the Lincoln program.
Right. And, you know, Coach Bean, you know, we're both big Coach Bean fans. We watched him very successfully lead these JVs, these Bruin JVs. He also had some experience in junior Bruin ball, and he's done a great job. But we, Touchdown Productions, did the Nevada Union game at Lincoln earlier in the season, and we watched Coach Bean coach, and you know, we have kudos for him, and we remember him here at Bear River. And with that said, this is your Touchdown Production Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Magnuson's Toyota and Scion is celebrating 25 years serving you in the foothills. Right now, Magnuson's carries the first all-electric SUV, and they're still the home of the Toyota Tundra. Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep is right down the street and features the new Ram diesel truck, Jeep Wranglers, and Grand Jeep Cherokee. It's Magnuson's Auburn Toyota and Magnuson's Dodge, both in Auburn.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
The Bratton family invites you to join them as they honor the memory of their son, Michael II, at the Turkey Trot 5 and 10K run Thanksgiving morning at Hooper Stadium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Last year, a record number of runners participated, raising money for the MEB2 Foundation, sponsoring a new day and suicide and depression awareness. It's the Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot 5 and 10K run. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I love SPD Market because I know all the people here and I've been coming here for a long time. I do all my socializing here and they're just a great community supporter.
I like SPD Market because it's like coming home and seeing all the people I've known for years.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
Trucking Player of the Game, we'll be talking about that. Steve Sitter and myself, Paul Brown, will pick a player on the Bear River team that will receive that beautiful trophy. And so Steve Sitter talking earlier to Damon Turner, the coach of the JVs for Bear River. I asked him to characterize his team in one sentence, and he looked at me and he says, you know, I'm not sure what it would be, but the word heart would have to be part of it. He said, this team is a come-from-behind team. They have heart. They never give up. And he meant it so sincerely. I loved what he said. He said, this is a second-half football team. He says it takes them about a quarter to warm up, but he says if they get behind, and they've been behind 4 times this year, they seem to always be able to come back.
There's a shot there of the coin toss. The captains for Bear River are number 6, Bradley Joba, number 9, Jimmy Kelly, number 11, Shane Flores, number 55, Chase Rydell. And for Lincoln, it's number 9, Charles Middleton, number 61, Chad Bagwell, number 75, Jackson Toft, and number 77, Wyatt Dornbush.
Out there for the coin toss. Also, at halftime of this game, we will have our senior night presentation. We'll have the parents of all the seniors on the varsity team, and they'll have a walk and presentation honoring those parents that do so much to make these games happen. Marty Mortensen will be joining us, and he'll help us through that. He knows many of these parents and most of the varsity team members.
The result of the coin toss, Lincoln wins the toss and elects to receive, which is odd. Usually when a team wins, they choose to defer, but Lincoln wants the first possession of the game.
And so we will now all rise, and we will honor America with the national anthem. We're ready to play some football here at J. David Ramsey Stadium. We're on the campus of Bear River High School, and this will be the JV championship game against the Bear River Bruin junior varsity facing the Lincoln junior varsity. And Steve, we were talking earlier about what Coach Damon Turner was saying about his team. Apparently, his son, Peyton Turner, is their most prolific scorer. He's got 2 receiving TDs and 4 or 5, he couldn't remember, running TDs this year. The quarterback will be Brady Joba. Do you have any idea about the quarterback and stats?
Well, I've got Lincoln's, and they're not exactly stellar. Their quarterback, Isaac Adams, only throwing for 44%. Lincoln definitely a running team. So far they have 2,200 rushing yards and only 680 passing yards. So definitely look for a ground attack punctuated, probably with short, tight passes.
Good deal. We're about ready to kick off. Sonyu, if you could bring us up a light, perhaps we'll be able to see it a little better. And we're about ready to put foot to football, and there is the opening kickoff. It is a spinner. Lincoln will take it. That's the left side. And they will start the game at about the 35-yard line. Taking the kickoff, Cody Sharp. So, Steve, who can we expect to see here at quarterback?
That would be Isaac Adams. He is the only quarterback to play so far. His main target looks to be number 8, Kyle Seagrass, but the main running back, number 5, Ryan Graham, will likely get much more action tonight.
Second formation. Quick handoff left. He's got some room on the open side. Nice gainer to start the game. That's Ryan Graham, the running back. Starting defense for Bear River. We were told to keep an eye open on Shane Flores. Yes, that's affirmative. Number 11, Shane Flores, playing middle linebacker. Shotgun formation. Fake handoff, he's going to keep it himself, and he's drugged down behind the line of scrimmage. Bring him down. We're just talking about him, Shane Flores, middle linebacker. That'll make it a 3rd down and 5 now with a loss of a couple. Lincoln not a big throwing team. You can expect them to leave it on the ground.
Absolutely. They're averaging just under 8 yards per carry coming into tonight's game and 245 rushing yards per game.
Kyle Seagrass split out left. This is Isaac Adams over the ball. Quick handoff to the left. He's going to get a little bit of room. He's going to turn the corner. He makes it around the corner and gets the first down. Again, that's Ryan Graham doing the duties.
Well, I would expect to see that pretty much all night. I'd imagine their running game is designed to be fairly deceptive, as you see so often in the PVL and the SFL.
Same formation, 2-back backfield. Adams now rolling left. He's got trouble. He's going to evade the first tackler and is brought down. That's number 18, Kyle Luner.
And that is a pretty big loss. That play was sniffed out very early on, forcing the running back to run sideways instead of north-south. Be a loss of about 4.
Luner was brushing off tacklers almost from the beginning. Makes it a long 2nd down and about 14 or 15. Adams, quick handoff. They're going to try the same side again, and they're much more successful this time, getting back a lot of the yardage that he had lost previously. That's Ryan Graham, the workhorse. There's big Ryan. Hard to believe these guys are JVs. That's a rambling halfback there, Graham.
That was a gain of about 8.
Yeah, I think about 8 is right. But it's still going to make it a 3rd down and another 8. Set up in the backfield. Adams. This time it's going to be off the left side, and he's got room. He's going to make it around the corner. It looks like he's going to go all the way. That's Anthony Anderson. Anderson's finding himself some room on the right corner, getting a great block. Perhaps we'll get a chance to see it on the replay, but Anthony Anderson shocks this crowd.
And he's been having a pretty good season also as the number 2 running back. And he showed you his speed right there. He came into tonight's game averaging over 10 yards per carry.
Well, he just got 52 of them around the corner, and they will line up here for the extra point now. Who's the kicker on this team, Steve?
That'd be Taras Zabishko.
I don't want you to say that. Well, Zabisco puts it through for the extra point. So first blood here goes to Lincoln. So let's take a look at this replay and watch them seal off the right side here. This is Anthony Anderson.
Yeah, Bear River was cheating on the left side since that's where all of the runs have been so far. And Anderson just a power cross. And like you said, they did a great job of cutting off the right edge of the line. And from then it's just a matter of beating the defensive back. And he just flat out outruns Kyle Wooner right there. As he continues, that's it. No one on Bear River has a chance to catch him.
Yeah, Wooner was the last chance here on the defense, and he just didn't get a good angle on him. No one saw that one coming, Steve Sitter. Anthony Anderson putting 6 points on the board. So Bear River, the coach said that they played better from behind. Well, they've got what they were looking for, I guess.
And you see the Mike Bratton State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Quick 7 points for Lincoln.
Kicking off to Briscoe, and it's going to be a pooch kick, taken about the 35-yard line, still on his feet, driving forward, got a little bit of room, and looks like the pile is going to go down somewhere around the 43-yard line.
Bear River's going to have some good starting position.
Certainly are. That was number 4, Isaiah Baker.
And the quarterback for Bear River, Bradley Joba. His main running back, Peyton Turner. Turner is the lone back in the backfield.
There's a quick handoff up the middle, lots of yardage, and it looks like he's going to get about 8. See who comes out of the bottom of that pile. That's for Bear River. That's number 2. It's called Colton Wood. Nice run by Colton. Gets 5. Wood will come off the field. Quarterback tonight for Bear River, that is number 6, Bradley Joba. Around the outside, getting nice yardage. That is Ronick. So 2 plays from scrimmage, and Bear River is showing that they can move the football.
Well, Coach Turner said that they were a good second half team and that the first quarter was more of a warm-up, but their offense looks like it's firing on all cylinders already.
Quick handoff, they're going to try up the middle, not much there. Just barely back to the line of scrimmage. That's Colton Wood.
They're actually going to give him a loss.
Colton is quick off the first step. Really good explosion off the ball. Just didn't have any room to run that time.
Now Lincoln swallowed up the middle. And Wood's going to come out, and Sean Gillis will come in.
Joba stacked backfield, 1 back in the backfield. in motion. He's going to roll out. He's looking down the field. Not much there. He's going to throw it long. Oh, his receiver fell down. No! He caught the ball while he was on the ground. Holy cow. That's number 4, Isaiah Baker. Isaiah turned to find the football and lost his footing, and the ball miraculously just fell into his hands.
That was very, very fortunate that he fell and had the presence of mind
to look up. That's funny. Maybe we'll get a replay of that later on. Bear River now threatening on about their 10-yard line. Quick pitch backwards. That's Moronic.
Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage and not much more than that.
Torin Moronic. Yeah, looking at the yard marker, maybe got a yard, Steve. You can see the varsity team in the end zone. That game will also be covered by Touchdown Productions. Quick handoff inside. That is Colton Wood again.
Looks like a gain of about a yard. I'll bring up a somewhat long third down here.
Quick handoff now. He's looking to make his move around the left side. He's going to be pulled down by the jersey. No gain on the play. In fact, maybe even a little loss. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And there's a flag on the play. Bear River did not come close to having a set formation. Yeah, illegal shift. And that penalty is going to be declined since that was a 3rd down play. So it'll be a loss of about 3 and 4th down on the 11.
I believe they can still get a 1st down, but that's like on the 1-foot line.
That's very close.
So we're just going to call it 4th and goal here. They need roughly 11 yards here.
Isaiah Baker spread wide.
Rolling out now. Isaiah, there's a player open and he bounces it in. Unfortunately, he just didn't see Turner in the back of the end zone. Peyton Turner was all by himself. So the Bruins will turn it over on downs with 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first quarter. The upside is the Lincoln Zebras will not have very good field position starting out at the Bear River 11.
The bad news is they've already shown their speed, so they can get out of there in a hurry.
That's a fact. Inside one more time. Gain of about 2. That is Graham. Ryan Graham has had about 2/3 of the carries tonight. Touchdown coming from Anthony Anderson, but Graham, the workhorse, hit him the inside.
Yet to see a pass attempt from Lincoln. As yet, they haven't really needed one.
Quick snap out and it's going nowhere. That's Anderson.
Big loss. Looks like it'll put him back at the original line of scrimmage, maybe 1 yard ahead of it.
So we'll be 3rd down now. Clock ticking away at the end of the first quarter, looming about a minute away. Coming in with the play, Anthony Anderson. 3rd down and long. They're going to try it inside. They're not going to get nearly enough. Running their big back, that's Graham again, and the Zebras will be forced to punt.
What's interesting is coming into this game, they have one recorded punt all season.
Get out of here.
That's what it says. It was one 45-yard punt, and that came from number 14, Gavin Menefee.
So Gavin will punt now, and we'll see if he's got a pretty good punter. Gets a kick away. It's going to be fielded, but he touched the football. It looks like the Zebras are going to get it. They do. Trying to field it on one hop, Peyton Turner decided not to catch the ball outright. Tried to field it like a infielder, and that football just doesn't bounce like a baseball. The Bruins cough it up. So getting great field position now on about the 40-yard line. The Zebras try it again. Offense set. They're running inside and they get nothing. Loss of about one. That's Anderson.
Yeah, that's going to be no gain on that run. Well, that was just a heartbreaking turn of events for Bear River, all poised to get, again, excellent field position.
Second and 9. They're going to throw. Looking out, and it's intercepted. Bear River's got a clean avenue. He's got one man to beat. Heading to the outside end zone. Great move inside. Touchdown, Bruins! That's Kyle Werner. And that was one of those look what I found plays. Bouncing right off the receiver. Werner just in the right place at the right time. Takes it in for a 40-yard interception, pick six.
That's just a good example of defense just making the play. He came up and put a big hit on the intended receiver, and the ball just popped up right into his hands.
I think the receiver was as shocked as he was that ball popped out. I was told pre-game by Damian Turner, the coach, that they've had 4 pick sixes this year, and he was hoping to get another one, and he sure enough does. But the extra point is blocked, and Bear River will still be down by a point.
Yeah, Moronic just tried to place his plant foot there and completely slipped, kicked it right into the line.
And here is the replay, Steve. Go ahead.
Yeah, you'll see the pass come in. Great pass protection from the line. Buys him just enough time. Passes right on the money, maybe up in the air a little bit. Just puts a big hit on air. The ball flips up right into his hands. Really, what more can you say? Just steps over the receiver. But the move at the end here, as you were calling it, you only had one man to beat. Waits, gets a couple blockers out there, and then outruns him anyway. And he puts a double juke. Jukes outside, and then moves back inside, right inside the blocker, who just levels him and steps into the end zone behind a wall of red.
Pretty good moves there going into the end zone. Bruins needed a break, and they get one. They'll be kicking off now. Down by 1, 6-7. And with that play, the end of the first quarter. So they will be starting and kicking off in the opposite direction. There's your State Farm Mike Bratton scoreboard. Bear River seems to be able to move the football and would appear to be the better offensive team. Let's see what the Zebras can do now. There's the kick. Taken by Gavin Samuels, and Gavin will get a couple. And in comes the offense. Our producer, Son Yu, we're going to appeal to her if she's got a light to bring it up so we can better read our stats up here. First and 10, 43-yard line. Isaac Adams. Quick handoff left. He's way in the backfield if they can get him, and they do. Loss of about 8 yards. That play just took too long to develop, and he never did get north and south.
Now that's the second time tonight that fake inside handoff to the wraparound draw just has not worked. They're going to spot that all the way back at the 28.
Yeah, I think Wayne Paul probably put that one back in the book in the back someplace and not use it again.
They're spread 4 wide now.
Quick pass outside, quick screen, and he'll fall, unfortunately, before he can make a move.
In fact, I believe that'll even be for a loss.
Could be. And that time you can credit that one to the Bear River turf. One of the few fields left in the league, Steve, that don't have artificial surface. So that brings up 3rd down and a half mile, about 22. They're going to just hand the ball straight off, and again, the turf is going to take its toll.
And another loss.
Ryan Graham, yep. He's frustrated, too. He thought he had some room there, maybe a hole inside. Offensive line did their job, but he just couldn't get there, keep his feet.
They're going to punt here from their own 26. The last punt, which was botched by Bear River, only went 23 yards.
Almost blocked. It's a low one. Bear River team is getting away from it now. It's coming back in the direction of Bear River, so they'll take over. It looks like right about midfield.
Yeah, that looks like that's not quite going to be 30 yards. They'll take over on their own 47. Again, pretty good field position. Bear River just being handed.
He's got room. It looks like he's going to run now. He's going to pull it down and see what he can get. Successfully knocked out of bounds right about midfield. All of that running resulted in maybe 2 yards.
And he took a big hit from number 53, Zach Utze.
You know, if he had looked up, he could have, his receiver did release.
We'll take a look at the end of this play. As he's scrambling, tries to get outside, but just a good job of squaring up the shoulder pads by Utze and putting a solid hit on him, making sure he goes out of bounds.
2nd and 7. He's going to roll out. He looks like he's going to keep it. Here it is. Gets his shoulders upfield and looks like he's done for the first down. They're saying this ball was fumbled. Did that ball go on the ground, Steve?
It looked like the ground caused the fumble from my point of view, because it popped up pretty quick after he went down, I can only assume.
Well, that will move the sticks, though, and they will have a first down. Bear River driving down by a point. 6:42 left in the first quarter. Lincoln Zebras leading 7-6 in this JV championship game. Look inside, not much there.
Nice hit immediately.
They may give him a yard depending on where they spot it.
Yeah, it looks like they'll give him 1. That was a big hit by 61 Chad Bagwell, one of the captains. These Lincoln players certainly know how to make a tackle. There's no one who's just squirting away from them.
And they're clearly a bigger offensive or defensive line than the offensive line of Bear River. Oh, inside handoff. This one's going about the same distance, maybe a couple, maybe. That'll bring up 3rd and long for Bear River.
It looks like they're going to Give them a loss of
Maybe
the yard they got on the first play. So it'll be third and call it 9.5.
He's going to roll out. Here's Joba. And Joba, there's a face mask, there's a flag, and they're going to get bailed out with a face mask.
And he looks like he's in pain. Joba cleans the turf out of his helmet, but he's going to get bailed out here by the very obvious face mask.
That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
And you'll see it pretty clearly, too. As he rolls out, he's got pretty good coverage. Kind of a questionable decision going to the outside, but that hand just comes up, grabs him right by the helmet. 2 flags are going to fly in. Coach Turner calling for the flag. There it is. Ball squirts out, but of course at that point it's going to be that 15-yard penalty. It's still going to be third down, though. But a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 4.
Let's see if they can convert. They've got a halfback pass going, and he's got an open receiver. He catches it. It's going to be a touchdown, Bear River.
Great play.
Great play. Jimmy Kelly, the receiver, number 9. I beg your pardon, that's Isaiah Baker.
Baker made the throw.
It is Isaiah Baker.
So Bear River is 2 of 3 passing, averaging about 32 yards of completion.
And that was received by Jimmy Kelly from Isaiah Baker.
And Bear River's going to call a timeout now.
They're going to go for 2 here, Steve, and they want to talk about it. Important points put on the board.
They pretty much have to go for 2 here.
Beautiful, beautiful night here, Lake of the Pines, Auburn area. We have had some cool evenings, but we've had an absolutely perfect cloudless night. Great fall evening for football.
Absolutely, and it always does get a bit cold here at night. We'll see the replay here, and this was sold really well by Baker. Baker's going to get the toss and just stop, set up, don't think about it at all. Maybe even a late hit there after he let go of that pass. But excellent spiral, caught nicely by Kelly. Kelly knows that he's all alone. All he has to do is, make his way around the defender who slipped and just waltz on into the end zone.
Here's the extra point try. They're going to just feed it back and see if they can get it with pure brute force, and they don't. So that's the second point after that they have missed. Bear River scoring twice, shows 12 points on the field. And look at this replay again, Steve. What I'm impressed by is Isaiah actually can throw the football. Look, he sets his feet, finds his receiver, and puts a nice strike on him. It doesn't look like a halfback throwing that football. It looks like a quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a great arm on him. Put it right where it needed to be. If that passes any further behind him, gives the defense a chance to swipe in and try and pick it. And there's the Mike Bratton State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Bear River on top after falling behind 7-0. I believe those last 6 points should go in the second quarter, though. And Lincoln is all set to take the kickoff. I find it interesting that Landon Clark, who's also the punter for Bear River, is handling the kickoffs, whereas that first extra point, Moronic took the kick. Landon Clark definitely looks like he has a bit of leg length on Moronic.
Good kick. They're going to make the corner and knock out of bounds. Looks like it was Chase Rose.
Put a good stiff arm on Isaiah Baker. Got a few more yards out of it.
Certainly did. And a nice hit there. But the Zebras will take over at the 39-yard line. Zebras unable to get a first down in their last 2 possessions. Were forced to punt after 3 plays. Let's see if they can generate some offense. They've got 4 minutes and 36 seconds in the half to try to put some more points on the board.
Plenty of time.
Inside handoff. He's got a lot of running room. He's still on his feet. One player to beat. Finally taken down. Good tackle by Isaiah Baker to save Ryan Graham from scoring. Yes, it is the second quarter.
27-yard run by Ryan Graham, who has been pretty quiet in terms of averaging.
Graham sets up in the backfield. Wouldn't surprise me if they go with him again, and they do. Straight up the middle. Big Graham finds some more room on the outside. He's running crazy now. Gets about another 12 yards.
And we'll see his moves here. He is very quick to get to top speed. Just nothing but a straight ahead run. Takes it just a short move to the left and just excellent blocking up ahead. Slowed down a bit for Baker to catch him. And Baker catches him and takes him down pretty decisively. He wasn't getting away.
He's just a big boy. Graham, look at the size of him. He's stocky. You're right, he is a straight ahead runner, but certainly effective and plenty of speed. I'm out on the field now. Coach Wayne Paul decided to talk to the troops before they went any farther in this half.
Those last 2 plays were for 40 yards.
They're on the 20-yard line now. Plenty of time left in the half to score. I was just saying they were unsuccessful in getting a first down in their last 2 possessions. Well, that has changed.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me again if they went with Graham for the first 2 plays just to try and test what Bear River has done. And there's the corrected Mike Bratton State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Bear River scoring 6 after falling behind 7-0, and then 6 more in this quarter, pulling ahead by 5.
Straight handoff now. That's Graham again. He is tripped up in the backfield. Nice tackle. It looks like Brian Taylor.
Yeah, he slipped trying to cut right back inside. Only gets 1 yard out of it.
Clock continues to run. Lincoln now 2nd and 8. I formation. They're going to run Graham again. Graham straight up the middle. Looks like he's going to get 6. He's still moving the pile. Graham wrestled down. He may have gotten a first down. Certainly going to be close.
They're calling for a 3rd down here. But he did get about 5 yards after being wrapped up. That'll be 3rd and looks like 2.
You run a halfback as much as they run Graham, and he's not going to have much left for the second half. But let's live life in the moment. Let's see if they can get 7 points here before they go in at halftime. Adams in the shotgun. Quick handoff again. Graham going over left tackle. He will get the first down, and they'll move the chains again.
1st and goal after the 4-yard run. And they don't seem to want to change that game plan of give the ball to Ryan Graham.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Graham certainly has the number of the middle linebackers for Bear River. This is the championship football game you're seeing. Special game by Touchdown Productions. This JV championship here, Bear River facing the Lincoln Zebras. Coming straight across. It's going to be Graham up the middle again, and he's continuing to move the Bruins out.
That was a great job by Jimmy Kelly, who anticipated the center kind of diving forward and just stepped right over him, but couldn't wrap up Graham. He is an oily runner, hard to wrap him up.
Looks like we're on the 4-yard line from our vantage point up here. Bear River's going to have to get low to get this guy Graham down if they're going to tackle him. You're sure not going to tackle him up high. One more time. Here's Graham moving towards the end zone. Is he going to get there?
No signal yet. No, they're going to call him short.
It'll be third down now, and looks like maybe inches. Well, when you've got a back that's done all the work all the way down the field, you certainly got to hand it to Graham one more time and let him have the benefit of the touchdown.
I certainly wouldn't try a cute end around with Anderson again. That has not worked since the touchdown.
No, it's Graham straight up the middle. Let's see if he gets it.
Well, he got smothered at the line.
He did. He just put his head down. He didn't get the foot. So the Zebras will have one more play. It's fourth down. Now the Zebras need to burn the timeout here. The clock is winding down to 38, 37, 36 seconds.
Well, at fourth down here, you don't really mind if
that is true.
The time is not especially important as long as you get the play off.
In fact, they may call a timeout as the clock runs down. They are going to time. It's a timeout with 19.8 seconds left. Zebras will huddle up and talk it over.
And that's not a bad idea by Coach Paul to just wind it down as much as possible. Even if you get back to the line of scrimmage, call it fourth and 1. Bear River takes over on their own 1-yard line. It's not like they can just take a knee in their own end zone. So you're going to force them to make a play, maybe set up your defense for a safety, get 2 points on the board. Suddenly a field goal gives you the lead.
That's a good point, Steve. It's to their benefit to let that clock wind down. Bear River, though, will have one shot at going into the locker room with the lead. And be sure to join us next week. We'll have the Bear River playoff game right here at J. David Ramsey Stadium. Bear River is guaranteed a playoff berth. And we will bring you that game. Very exciting football. One of the better varsity teams we've seen come along in a long time for Bear River. Marty Mortensen will bring you that game, along with myself and Steve Sitter.
Oddly enough, Lincoln has 4 wide right now. They are spread out.
And no one's buying it. They're going to go up the middle, and they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it.
No call yet.
They stood the quarterback straight up and down. He never had a chance, and they're going to hold him. Bear River is elated as the team comes off the field. Like you said, Steve, the Zebras spread 3 right, 3 left, empty backfield, and they tried to sneak it. A little bit of deception on Wayne Paul's part that just didn't work. Defense was all bottled up. They just knew he wasn't going to throw the football.
And the clock still runs, so this will be the end of the first half.
Big play to end the half.
Huge statement by Bear River.
So Coach Paul's also decided to burn a timeout with 1 second left.
Again, giving his defense a chance. Maybe stand him up, maybe get that safety.
Yeah, they're on the 1-inch line, Steve. There is the distance between a piece of tape between the ball and the goal line. All they can do is quarterback sneak, and so with that in mind, you're right, a safety is very possible. Oh, in our booth comes Marty Mortensen. Marty will help us out here at halftime. Good to see you, Marty. And Marty will be mic'd up. So after we come back from our break, Marty will help us out with the senior night. The parents and the seniors are lining up down below us. Here's the last play, and they will get enough to break the offensive barrier. They will go into the locker room. Bear River up 12-7. And with that said, this is Touchdown Production. We'll be right back.
State Farm Insurance has been serving you since 1922. And even though a lot has changed since then, one thing hasn't, and that is customer service. Brian Hollister believes that their mission is to help people manage the risk of everyday life and recover from the unexpected and realize their dreams. Isn't that who you want on your side? Brian Hollister, State Farm Insurance, proud supporters of Bear River football. Delta Home Loans has been matching home buyers with the right home loan since 1989. John and Suzanne Voder really know our market and know what it takes to get you into the home of your dreams. That's why they've been voted Nevada County's best. John and Suzanne Voder love to be part of our community and congratulate Bear River Bruin football team. Accidents happen, and Tripp's Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Tripp's is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Tripp's works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Tripp's Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Welcome back to halftime here at J. David Ramsey Stadium as the senior and football players and their parents are first being introduced here. And that looks like the Voder family there. John Voder the third, along with John the second, and Suzanne is the mother. And Kyle Krogman,
Mom Christie's sister Taylor.
Number 20. Well, that's Salazar.
Next up, a guy who's been banged up a bit this year, but been here in spirit every single game. Number 40, Spencer Worth.
Spencer Worth, who's been on the DL most of the season here, as he's got his jersey on tonight, saying hello to the coach, along with his father Damon and mother Tricia.
All right, up to number 65. That's Michael Footlick, everybody. Put your hands together for Michael and his mom, Nancy.
Michael Footlick. Mom, Nancy, there. Talking to the coach, both coaches.
Number 71, Cannon Fetter.
Cannon Fetter, number 71's had a great career here at Bear River.
He is absolutely dwarfing his mother.
Yeah, I know. He dwarfs everybody out there.
Escorted tonight by his mom, Mindy.
His mother is Ann. And now we got number 75.
Wearing his Letterman jacket tonight. We know him as number 79.
That's Moore.
Sam Elizondo.
And his mom, Mindy.
Sam on crutches, of course.
Elizondo, Sam, who's took all the snaps last year as a junior, but then was hurt in the game up in Jackson, and unfortunately his season is over. But he's had quite a career here, and his mom, Vincent Renee.
Get there sooner rather than later.
He's got a brace on his leg, but he's quite a kid. I really like talking to him at practice as he comes out, even though he can't play anymore the rest of the season. He's out here with Whitehead, who's also on the injured list. They all come out and still root on the other players.
And our final senior for the 2014 campaign of the football team, number 88, been banged up too. That's why he's got all these escorts on both sides, right? Todd Kristen escorting Travis Whitehead.
That's Travis Whitehead and Father Todd and Christian Whitehead, who's the
big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for all of our senior
mother of
football
Travis
players and
Whitehead.
parents this year.
Spent a lot of time with both them. Todd is one of the JV coaches, and Kristen works the snack bar, and she's out to every game. Even though her son's hasn't played the last few games, she's out here, even for the freshman game. So the parents do quite a thing there for their sons. There's a good shot of Travis heading back to he's walking a lot better. He may be in for the second playoff game if Bear River can continue. The Water Girls are Addie Baxter and Mother Tammy. And Brian Butler, Paul and Nancy, her parents. And Oliva Kirks, Kevin and Kristen are her parents, so she'll be up next.
Time to recognize our two senior
cheerleaders tonight. We've got Emily Mitchell, her father Rob and mother Heather.
Emily Mitchell, escorted tonight by Dad Rob and Mom Heather.
As they come into view. And the final senior cheerleader is Haley Pettit and her father Jeff and mother Holly. So there's your seniors, both football players, water girls, and cheerleaders. So they're all out on the field now as they got introduced.
Final round of applause for all of our senior players and participants, water girls, cheerleaders, and their parents.
You notice that there aren't too many seniors on that varsity football team.
Only 10, and 3 of them haven't played very much this year because of injuries. So it's quite a young team coming back next year with a lot of seniors and moving up the JV team players. In fact, I talked to Coach Logue before the game tonight, and he mentioned that they're going to bring up 11 of the JVs to the playoffs, which will make it a lot easier during practice because a lot of the guys go both ways. So if you're doing defense and then you're also on the offense, you can't run the scout team and everything. So this will really help with the JV players coming up.
Oh, absolutely. And just glancing at the Bear River Junior Varsity roster, there are only 2 freshmen.
Yeah. We'd like to remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of
Bruin football here on your Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Magnuson's Toyota and Scion is celebrating 25 years serving you in the foothills. Right now, Magnuson's carries the first all-electric SUV, and they're still the home of the Toyota Tundra. Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep is right down the street and features the new Ram diesel truck, Jeep Wranglers, and Grand Jeep Cherokee. It's Magnuson's Auburn Toyota and Magnuson's Dodge, both in Auburn.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title's your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
The Bratton family invites you to join them as they honor the memory of their son, Michael II, at the Turkey Trot 5 and 10K run Thanksgiving morning at Hooper Stadium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Last year, a record number of runners participated, raising money for the MEB2 Foundation, sponsoring a new day and suicide and depression awareness. It's the Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot 5 and 10K run. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I love SPD Market because I know all the people here and I've been coming here for a long time. I do all my socializing here and they're just a great community supporter.
I like SPD Market because it's like coming home and seeing all the people I've known for years.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
We'll keep an eye open for that Player of the Game. Steve Sitter will be making the call tonight. The Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game. Stuckey Engravers makes that beautiful plaque, and somebody's going to win it tonight on the Bear River side. Coming back to J. David Ramsey Stadium, championship junior varsity game here tonight. It's a fall classic, and Bear River leads at halftime 12-7 over the Lincoln Zebras. Zebras will kick off. Back to receive for Bear River. That will be number 1, Turner. Turner cross field looking for some room, not going to find it, knocked backwards.
Looks like he was hit by his own guy, Zach Ruby, and he bounced back a few yards.
We'll give Zach the tackle on that one. But the Bruins coming off of a goal line or an inch line stand, not able to push it in for 6 points. The Zebras are shut out at just before half. Still in for quarterback is Joba. Joba hands off. Not much there.
Looks like he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. And there's a player down.
I believe that was the ball carrier. Was that Shane Flores? We'll wait and see.
It's tough to say. He's not moving too much.
He could have gotten his wind knocked out of him.
That's Colton Wood.
Colton's a tough guy. It could very well be he got. I mean, you don't see a knee or anything. No, he's up.
He's favoring his right leg just a bit.
Back on his feet for the Bruins.
We'll see Colton in years ahead. This excellent JV team will be a great complement to the existing varsity team that had a very good season and heading into the playoffs.
Oh, excuse me, that was actually Moronic.
Great handoff. And again, the Zebras hold.
I'll drive him back a bit. So it looks like a loss of 3 on that one, and it'll bring up a very long third down.
Bear River looking for about 14 yards for the first down. We've seen their halfback pass already tonight for a touchdown.
And they're going to have to get to that line pretty quick.
Rolling out, here's Joba looking for some room, finds his receiver and underthrows him. Wide open. Joba didn't take time to set his feet, so he just couldn't get enough on the ball.
No,
about a 35-yard pass, Steve, just didn't have it.
Yeah, no, he slipped and was staring at a lineman who was coming up. He made a big hit, and he was a bit slow getting up.
So Bear River will be forced to punt here. Ryan Graham is back to receive.
Landon Clark back to punt.
Snap took a while to get back there, but gets the punt away, and the punt is just past the original line of scrimmage. So not much of a punt, maybe, 15, 18 yards, Steve?
I think you're being very generous.
I may be.
I'm only giving him about 8.
So the Zebras will have great field position. That punt was doomed from the beginning. The snap from center took about a full half a minute to get there. It was a balloon ball. The punter was able to get it away, but under pressure. So let's see if the Zebras have any zip in their offense coming out here for the second half.
Doing the math, that was a 9-yard punt.
Looking over the field, can't find a receiver. Now he's going to take off and get about 9 yards.
Adams showing some excellent speed. He had to shrug off a tackle and took about 2 steps to get him to full speed for that. Call it a 7-yard gain.
Ryan Tatum in the backfield, frustrated he didn't have him. He had him for a big loss and just couldn't put him down. So it'll be 2nd and 3. Zebras again in Bear River territory. Quick inside handoff over right tackle. He'll get the first down. They'll move the chains with that.
Yeah, about a 4-yard gain there.
Ryan Graham continues to put the team on his back.
And more than that, it's eating up a good portion of clock. Bear River on the night only has 17 plays.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Steve. They're holding the ball a long time, and the scoreboard just really doesn't reflect the amount of time that they have spent on offense. It's wearing out that defense. Ryan Graham, in particular, he's back to throw. Looking over the field, Doesn't get the time, doesn't find a receiver, takes off again. Good tackle, but he's going to get 5 yards.
So far, that is about the best decision Adams can make. He's only had 2 pass attempts tonight.
Well, his offensive line is certainly doing the job. He's looking over the field. He's not making bad decisions. Hasn't thrown a pick, and he certainly could have thrown it into coverage, but decided just to take off. Second and 3. They're going to try the left side. There's a flag being thrown. They will get a first down. I believe there's going to be a hold.
That was Zabishko on the run. Haven't seen him too much.
And it is a hold. Bear River is going to accept this penalty. Maybe only the 3rd flag all night long. Very clean, very fast game so far.
No, you're absolutely right. That is only the 3rd penalty tonight. 1 declined and the other 2 against Lincoln for 25 yards.
Yes.
I'll back him up. It'll be 2nd and about 13.
Zebras don't need to stall here, deep in Bear River territory. Adams, he's going to hand off to his favorite back. That's Graham, and Graham maybe gets 1 or 2. First half, Graham really had it going, taking big chunks of yardage out of the Bear River defense. Since they've come back, he hasn't quite gotten warmed up back into that rhythm again.
No, in that first half, Lincoln had 126 rushing yards so far in this quarter. They only have 18.
Adams, he's going to roll and look. He's being pressured, still on his feet. Finds his receiver over the middle. Good catch, and Bear River, I think, brought him down before he got a first down. Let's see where they mark it.
No, I think you're right. It's going to be close, but they're signaling for a 4th down.
So it looks like it's going to be 4th, maybe in 2 or 3. They're still in that area. They'll go for it. This is where Bear River is tough, however.
And Lincoln's calling a timeout.
That's very wise on the part of Wayne Paul.
Well, if he has any confidence in a kicker, a field goal here would not be a terrible decision. They're down 5. A made field goal would put them within another field goal. But if you have faith in your defense and in your running backs to get 3-4 yards, then you would definitely go for it here. It's a tough decision to make here if you're Coach Paul.
Well, you know that Coach Paul has Ryan Graham, hasn't really gotten it going yet the second half, but this would be the time to get started.
Oh, definitely. I mean, just looking at Lincoln's stats, their field goal unit is 2 of 6 with a long of 36 yards. So where they are right now on the 9 would be within range. You see the Mike Bretton State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 0-0 in the 3rd quarter. The Bear River with a 12-7 lead.
So this is the big play of the second half so far.
They're going for it.
And he's going to try to throw it. Throws it back in the corner and just throws it out of bounds. That never had a prayer.
Yeah, there was some miscommunication there as quarterback Isaac Adams throwing to Anthony Anderson. Anderson peeled away at the goal line, and Adams threw it to the back corner. There'll be a turnover on downs, Lincoln's 3rd turnover. The Bear River again taking over very deep in their own territory.
Bruins straight up the middle. They got some room. Give themselves a little breather, little space to work with.
You have about 7.
That's Colton Wood. looking for a sustained drive here, eat a little clock up and get themselves out of a bad field position.
And Lincoln has just been grinding all night. I mean, they don't have the points to show for it, but they have really controlled the pace of this game.
Same play again and again. It's going to bear fruit. Looks like they're going to get close to that first down. Gain of about 2. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Bear River just 1 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. And they're going to give them the first down.
Bear River Junior Varsity looking for a champagne season here. This is the battle of the championship. We talked about it, the PVL. Also, Wayne Paul's last game as a coach, 22 years in.
It looks like they're not going to give him the first down. It'll be 3rd and inches. Referees being very specific tonight.
And this is going to be close. It looks like he got an inch or 2. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to say it's 4th down, Steve.
Yeah, they're not going to give it to him. In fact, they're going to push it back to 4th and 1 proper. So lost about 4 inches by the referee's count.
I was thinking that they might go for it on 4th down if it was inches, but they got a whole yard. They're going to punt it. Not that they've got a great punting game, at least not that we've seen so far tonight. Another long snap, and this punt gets it away. Not bad. It does bounce backwards, and it looks like there's a flag that comes in from the sideline.
I think this is going to go against Bear River, a block to the back of all things on a 22-yard punt.
Yikes. Let's see what the call is. Now, did you specifically see a block to the back?
I saw what looked like a block to the back as soon as the flag.
And now another flag on the sideline. It looks like something the coaches said over there.
Yeah, that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. And the coach for Lincoln takes the flag that was thrown against him and throws it back on the field. And the original flag was what looked like a sideline infraction.
So a sideline infraction that results in a penalty against the Lincoln coach. Now they're talking about it.
That was very interesting. After a healthy round of boos from the Lincoln sidelines and the Lincoln stands, they are going to move the ball back towards Lincoln territory. I think with well, it's just going to be a sideline warning, so it'll be a full 15 yards. Lincoln will start on their own 45-yard line, which is just an absolute killer.
Well, they do have possession of the football. Lincoln will take over, and it will be a first down, but that is where the good news ends. They lost a good deal of field position on those 2 penalties. 3:14 on the clock here, 3rd quarter. Paul Brown, Steve Sitter. Interesting ball game so far. It's actually moved right along, but now we've had a lull with the laundry going in the air. The officials.
It has been
penalizing the Lincoln.
It has been that lack of penalties that sped this game along. First half, there was only 1 penalty, a face mask, and now we've had 2 penalties, and the referees have been needing to confer with each other just to make sure that everything gets sorted out. Just a bizarre turn of events.
Ball on the ground, ball's on the ground. Lincoln will recover. Isaiah never really got a handle on that one.
Still ended up gaining a yard somehow. that play was doomed. The snap was a little high, maybe a little faster than Adams was expecting, and just tried to hand it off to Graham quickly and did not connect with the handoff.
Second down. That's Wood. He'll get a couple. I beg your pardon, Anthony Anderson.
Gain of about 4.
They'll gain 4, and now it'll be third and about 19, let's call it. We're going to go through the air. I think this would be the proper time.
Only one wide receiver split right. He's looking downfield. He does have a player open. He's going to take off. They've gotten good yardage on this in the past, but he's going to be denied a first down. Only able to make up about 5 yards. Needed about 20. So Lincoln will be forced to punt. You know, Stephen, all the years of broadcasting, I've never seen a coach actually throw a flag back at the official like that.
That's certainly a way to make a statement. They don't get their own flags to throw.
I don't think he was doing him any favors. I think
Oh yeah, he was going to need that back anyway.
yes, that's a fact. So here's the punt by the Zebras. Darn near blocked.
It was partially. That was huge. Bear River's going to take over on their own 42, it looks like. So only an 8-yard punt after the block.
Well, we'll be spotted at the 42-yard line now as we move into the last minute of the third quarter. Bear River will get one play off. Bear River finds themselves in some decent field position on their own 45. They've got room around the end. Here he comes. He's at the 50, 45, 40, 39-yard line. Great run. Just when Bear River needed it, that's Moronic, Tom Moronic.
It's a 19-yard gain, and it stops the clock.
You could see that one setting up. It didn't look like the Zebra defense was ready. They were on their heels, not quite ready for the snap, and Bear River managed to get around the left end.
And there was some great blocking upfield, too. The lead blocker there was actually Colton Wood.
Inside handoff now. He's got some more room. This is going to go down inside. He's still on his feet. Great spin move. Finally brought down. That's Turner, Peyton Turner. Nice job, Peyton, as he comes back to high fives the club.
We'll see these excellent runs developing.
Bear River smells blood. They're down now at the 21-yard line. There's the replay. Look at all the room he's got inside. Some good inside line blocking, but then he does it himself with a spin move. From the 21, they're going to give him the ball again. Peyton driving, going to get 9. Peyton Turner. A couple of big carries.
Yeah, they're going to give him 8 on that, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Bear River's offense completely wakes up as they march down the field.
Yeah, all of a sudden a little life was in the offense as the end of the third quarter comes. Bear River, there's your State Farm Mike Bratton scoreboard. Nobody's scoring in the third quarter, so Bear River maintains their slight lead, 12-7. The Zebras holding on to the football, keeping it away from this now potent offense of the Bear River Bruins. Stay with us after this game. We're going to bring you second game of our doubleheader tonight. Marty Mortensen will come sit in my seat Now I'll move over to do color, and Marty will bring us the varsity game. Bear River, as we've mentioned prior, in the catbird seat looking for a championship. They will try to take on and knock off this Zebra team. And then, of course, you've got Steve Sitter, who is the volleyball expert. He and Marty or Jim will do the Bear River Lady Bruins and the Union Mine Diamondbacks. That's in girls volleyball. That's coming up on Touchdown Productions. Bear River now over the ball starting in the fourth quarter. They're smelling blood. Inside handoff, not going anywhere. They're going to take a loss on that.
Zach Ridley, the ball carrier, dropped for a loss.
It was second down and 3. And that'll make it about third down and 5.
Yeah, maybe even more than that. Loss of about 4.
Doing such a good job with those quicks up the middle. I'm not sure why they tried to run a cross buck and go off of tackle. That play just never developed.
And this sets up a third down. Bear River on the night is only 1 for 4 on third down conversions.
Now they're going to try to go around the end. Big hit inside. Nebraska
They have lost a yard.
Making a big hit and stopping, and another loss. Now it's fourth down and say 6.
I think they're going to have to go for it here.
Well, they can't punt it, and they don't have a field goal kicker, so they really are out of options. I think they should probably try back inside. They were running the ball so effectively with Peyton Turner.
Well, they're pushed back so far now. I mean, they got to get, looks like 7 yards. Bear River's 2 of 4 through the air. I don't know, give it a shot maybe.
They're going to go with Turner inside. He's going to get some room.
And a huge completion.
I'm not sure he's got the first down, Steve. Let's see if he's got enough. They're going to mark the ball right at the 10.
And stop the clock. I think they're going to get the chains out. Nope, they're going to call it a first down.
He didn't get it by much.
What a great catch by Jimmy Kelly. Manages to hold on to it as he's getting tackled.
Let's watch the replay on this. Now, I completely bit on the fake. I thought they'd given it to Turner, but this is a great catch. He throws it over his right shoulder, and he has to reach for it.
Yeah, the back shoulder catch. That's really what it's all about there.
So now he's going to have a broken play. He's going to go around the outside. Joba unable to make the handoff. Some confusion in the backfield, and he's limping a bit. This is not good.
Bears had a couple of their running backs shaken up. Nothing too terribly serious.
So we've got the play stopped from the out of bounds. Joba back in. It will be second and goal on about the 4-yard line. Straight handoff goes nowhere. Oh, he breaks the tackle, still moving. Able to fall forward. That's Zach Ruby. And Zach turns nothing into something, but it's still going to be third down, maybe 3.
As I said before, Bear River not so good on these third down conversions. Lincoln has done a good job stepping up when it really matters.
Here's straight inside. Let's see if he gets enough room, and he's going to score. Jack Ruby running with abandon. He saw that goal line, and nothing was going to deny him. Ruby not in prior to this, gets some fresh legs in there. A very good call.
And that really was just hard work. Again with the fake on the inside as he comes around. That play really is dependent on the line standing up and not letting anyone from the defense inside to break up that play, which is exactly what they did, and Ruby just ran through it anyway. And it looks like Moronic is going to attempt the point after. As Plant looks solid and the kick goes straight through. So Moronic learning from his first attempt all the way back in the first quarter and puts one through the uprights.
Here's a replay on that, Steve. Check this out.
Yeah, they're going to fake to the inside first. There's the fake, and they'll hold on to it for Moronic. Great job by the defense coming through the outside, trying to stop it. Moronic, or Ruby rather, just shakes free, jumps over the diving tackler, and launches himself into the end zone. And there's the Mike Bratton State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Bear River finding a way to get in the end zone and put up that extra point. They now lead 19-7. And again, this is for essentially the PVL championship. 4-0 Bear River, 3-1 Lincoln. Lincoln fighting for the co-championship, and Bear River trying to keep that undefeated season so they can sit up there by themselves.
So Bear River will kick off. It's a good kick. Looking for some room. Now trying to tomahawk the ball out, misses the tackle. Still on his feet. Great return. I believe that was Gannon Menifee, number 14. I'm taking that around the corner. Very patient, looking for blocking. Giving the Zebras some great ball position.
Baker, who was giving chase that whole time, you said went for the strip and missed. Instead of just going for the tackle to wrap him up when you're up 12 this late in the game, just bring him down.
Yeah, right now the clock is definitely on Bear River's side.
Unfortunately, so is the ball. Lincoln on the Bear River 49-yard line.
Adams hits his receiver right in the hands, but the receiver hadn't turned his head to receive it. That was Graham. Ryan made a good pattern, was wide open, but the ball was in the air before he turned and just wasn't ready. Second down.
Yeah, that really was a well drawn out play, just a quick pass over the middle. Wide receiver wasn't ready for it.
Finally makes a little move in the backfield, trying to find a receiver. He had number 2, Anthony Anderson, out to the right. The play looked like it was going to be a quick screen pass right, but for some reason, Adams pulled it back down. This brings 3rd down and 5.
Looks like they're going to spread wide again.
Changing the play now at the line of scrimmage. They need to hurry to get this thing off. They do. Here's Graham. Graham tackled aggressively. Good tackle by Jimmy Kelly.
Picked up about 4. And that brings up 4th and 1.
And Steve Sitter, this is a big play in this ball game. 6 minutes left.
Now this could prove to be the deciding factor.
If the Zebras are going to hand Wayne Paul a win here, they need to convert this 1 yard.
Yeah, it's a 2-possession game as it is right now. You can't punt it with less than 6 minutes. You got to just drive ahead, give it to Graham.
They're in the shotgun, however. They give it to Graham, and Graham's going to get it. And a bunch more. Graham brings it down to about the 35-yard line. They'll move the chains.
And this half, Graham's been good for 4 yards, 5 yards.
Virtually every time.
Lincoln has not had a run stopped in the backfield this half so far. Not big gains. Their longest run has been 7 yards. But they're consistently medium gains. Spread wide again here.
Fake handoff inside. They're going to try the corner, and they're going to turn it.
That's Anderson.
Anderson getting some room. Looks like he got about 6. The Zebras need to go into a hurry up if they've got one. Coach Paul calling the play from the sideline.
That's a good point, Paul. They really do have to rush under 5 minutes.
Here's a handoff. That's Graham, and Graham's going to slip down. That's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen the turf benefiting the Bruins defense. Tell you one thing about this guy, Graham, Ryan Graham, really has carried the load tonight, and he hasn't slowed down at all.
Yeah, with the exception of that big run by Anderson. But I'm looking for it here. The 57-yard run. It's been all Graham.
3rd down. They're going to try to pass the ball. He's being pursued in the backfield, and they're going to drop him for a loss.
And that's the first sack of the game.
Yeah, he's really done a good job tonight. Isaac Adams has eluded the defensive tackles all night long. That's the first time they've actually got hands on him, got him down the backfield. Usually he finds a way to escape and get a few yards. This brings up 4th down and 9 and a critical 4th down play.
That is. There's the Mike Bratton State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Bear River scoring in the 1st, 2nd, and 4th quarters. And Lincoln, with the exception of their first possession of the night, has not found a way to get on the scoreboard.
I heard the other day 75. I didn't ask him about the back nine.
Bear River taking a timeout here.
Actually, Lincoln took that timeout.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And that's important, as that's their 2nd timeout of the half. They have just 1 remaining, which means that they're going to have to convert this 4th down, score a touchdown, get the ball back on an onside kick. Otherwise, Bear River can just run it out if any of those things does not happen.
They're going to try and pass the ball, but that is just not going to happen. And number 81, Landon Clark, says, not on my watch. I'm going to bring you down the backfield, and that's going to be turned over on downs. Bear River. Here's the sack, Steve Sitter. And you can see he just didn't have any time. Untouched coming in from the right side, Landon Clark.
Bear River brought all the pressure. And that was the biggest play of the game, I think, right there. That sealed the deal. All Bear River has to do now, get 1 first down. And they're dropping back to pass here. Hit as he throws, and that's going to be incomplete. But there's going to be a penalty against Lincoln. Flag down right where Joba got hit.
Let's see what this penalty is.
It looks like they're going to call pass interference. Strange that flag was thrown in the backfield. Although the pass interference or a block to the back. And that is a 10-yard penalty. So that'll result in a first down for Bear River.
Bear River's going to hang on to this football. Great run off tackle. It's going to result in at least 10 yards. He's going to try to stay in bounds, and he does.
That's Colton Wood.
And there's another penalty over on the sideline.
And more boos from the Lincoln stands.
I think we're seeing some sour grapes over there. They're disappointed. Championship game on the line here. Stands are full for this JV game. And there are boos go up as there's a 15-yard penalty. It looks like it'll be a hold.
And the march continues. after the play, personal foul against Lincoln. So that'll be actually 15 yards. And that was following a great run by Colton Wood. It got him within the 40. So they're now at the 21-yard line. And now the run by Wood is stopped well in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 2 or 3.
Another flag goes up now.
And now an unsportsmanlike conduct against Lincoln.
So it's we're down to throwing rocks.
So after the loss of 2, it'll be half the distance to the goal. Which
yeah,
will
the Lincoln team disappointed as they, I'm sure, are. Down 19-7 here, 2 minutes and 59 seconds left. Steve, I hate to see this. This is no way to end the season.
And certainly no way for Coach Paul to end his coaching career.
Certainly agree with that.
So Lincoln will take their final timeout, probably just to settle their guys down. Say, you know, look, this is not how you want to end your season right now. You'll be thinking about this for, you know, the rest of the school year, certainly. But the game continues. Just under 3 minutes left. Bear River has a 1st and 10 on the 11, 12-yard line. And if you're the coaching staff for the JV team, for Bear River's JV team, you got to be proud of what you're seeing in your guys. They have played a solid game. And if it's not for that one big run by Anthony Anderson, you're looking to shut out a 3-1 team. And that's got to be a great way to finish up.
Really the turning point of this game, Steve, was their goal line stand. Right before the half, Coach Wayne Paul decided to take a timeout, run the clock down to 21 seconds. It was 4th down and literally inches. And they spread the field and then tried a quarterback sneak with the field spread. Bear River didn't buy any of it, stood the quarterback up, pushed him back, and that was the half, and that's all the points they got. Still just 7 points on the scoreboard for the Zebras. Bear River now, they're going to keep it on the ground and burn clock. Getting around the corner, that's Ruby. I beg your pardon, David Farrell in the game now.
2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
And it looks like he picked up 2 or 3.
David Farrell in our program is shown as a wide receiver and a cornerback. He's in the backfield now. Going to get him a little experience.
He's going to come off now, and Torin Moronic is in the backfield. Hand off to Gillis.
16-shot Gillis off the left side, still on his feet. The ball was taken away.
And there's a fumble recovered by Lincoln.
And the Fighting Zebras are
Wow, so there is hope.
It is long hope, but it is hope.
Lincoln, 2 minutes and 39 seconds worth of life. It's a 2-score ball game, 19-7.
And the ball is on their own 9-yard line. This is the deepest they have been all night. Clock running.
Good pass to the outs. Let's see if he can get some room. Manages to get a 1st down. That's Anthony Anderson.
A great pass completion. We'll see the last Bear River play. The handoff to Gillis. Gillis looks like he has a big hole up the middle. And that ball just squirts out as he's hit. And a mess of Zebras are around there to pick it up. Big scrum.
Quick out pass down the sideline. He's got some room. He needs an angle and doesn't quite get it, but he's down to the 40-yard line.
There's a flag down at the 30.
Coaches on the sideline for Bear River are saying, come on back. This is going our way.
So another Lincoln penalty. That is their 7th of the night, 6 of which coming in the second half. And that hold is going to push him back 10 yards. So now they are all the way back on their own 20.
They're going to try the same play to the other side now. Down the sideline.
Lots of room.
Lots of room, but he doesn't get out of bounds. It will be a first down. So they will stop the clock, but it will start immediately upon setting the chains. Lincoln has found a play that works. That play now twice has resulted in big yardage, but
well, they've been spreading out. Now they only have, now they're spreading out 4 wide, 3 on the left side.
Staying in the air, they're going to go for the bomb, and it's going to be knocked down. Good play.
Peyton Turner.
Yeah, Turner, good defensive play. Played the ball beautifully, step for step with the wide receiver.
That was not a very good pass there by Adams, as that coverage was as tight as you can get.
Kevin Samuels, the wide receiver.
With commentary by Touchdown Productions. So
there's a 2nd and 10 now on their own 34, a minute 26 left. Spreading 4 wide again, same formation. Look for an Adams or an Anderson crossing route. A quick screen through the hands of Dillian Hawley.
Boy, Hawley had some room. He was looking at running before he caught that football.
And that's exactly what these plays are designed to do. You got 2 guys going straight down to clear out their defenders. So you just have man coverage, the quick screen, and you have the momentum to get by him and just hope that your other wide receivers are doing the blocking upfield. There's 3rd and 10.
Long bomb. Unfortunately, no one underneath it.
Anthony Anderson was in the same area code, maybe. But that pass was a good 15 yards ahead of him.
He was in cell range, but that's about it. Minute 17 seconds left in this championship JV game.
4th and 10. So this really does come down to this play here for the Zebras.
And they're going to get him in the backfield. No, he's getting away. And now they get him down. And that'll be all she wrote for the Lincoln Zebras.
Just a great played game. Still a minute 8 left in this game. Bear River, I expect, will take a couple of knees here with no Lincoln timeouts. And a very happy Bruins team on the sideline.
PVL league champion team, Steve, and
5-0.
5-0, well earned. Look forward to some very good Bear River teams coming up in the next couple of seasons. They'll hand off straight up the middle there, no knee coming from the sideline. But that should be the last play.
That was an interesting choice, a fake to a wraparound.
23 seconds left.
Yeah, they're just going to come off the field.
There they are. State Farm Mike Bratton scoreboard shows it all. 19-7, Bear River wins this championship JV game. Touchdown Productions is proud to bring it to you.
And there's the ice bucket just off camera. Coach saw it coming, but he got his front completely soaked.
Executive producer has been Gilbert M. Dominguez. Director, Sanyu Enos. Thank you so much, Sanyu. Tony Rondani and Lauren Unge. Camera operators, thank you, Tony Rondini. Paul Brown and Steve Sitter. Proud to bring this to you tonight. Remote facility is the Commander 2. Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, Bill Slade and Sons Trucking, Stuckey Engravers. Accounting, Cinta and Graziano LLP. You have been watching the Touchdown Productions Game of the Week. Don't forget to order your DVD today. There's your phone number. Tune in each week. You can see us on YouTube, Comcast 11, Link 16. This has been Paul Brown, Steve Sitter. Thanks for joining us tonight. Stay tuned for the varsity game to follow immediately.